give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yeah, Mr. Palmer.
Mr. Palmer, how's it going over there at Baby Mama Terrorist headquarters, man? Talk to us, brother.
You already know how it is, man. They hate me, man. I got more sympathy forces now than I got Baby Mama Terrorist, man.
Man, I don't want to give away any secrets, okay? But I had a consultation recently. So, man, this cat, I've been working with him, came to me about a month too late. You see what I'm saying? He came to a month too late. I recently got a phone call. She showed up. She at the airport. She at the airport with the kids. You see what I mean? He comes. No, she done bought the plane ticket. She headed to one of those gold digger states where she gonna try to hit him. You see what I'm saying? And he making over six figures a year. She's gonna work it. You see what I'm saying? If he had just contacted me about a month or two earlier, we could have set it up. But she already had that plan in place. I don't think they understand, Mr. Palmer, that they underestimate the cunning of these women. They confuse the beauty and the guilt trip. They think what's wrong with him, man? Why can't I?
Here's the thing. The worst thing that we as men ever did was underestimate them. You cannot even a Baby Mama Terrorist. You can't underestimate them because they got exit plans years in advance.
Yeah.
And when it comes to going to court, just like I heard you say, no mercy, no pity. You cannot put your feelings in the midst of that. Well, that's my baby mama, and we got years, and that's my son's mama. No mercy, no pity. Like I said yesterday, if she on life support, you take your child and file for emergency custody. If she's locked up, if she's in a ventilator, you be dirty, man. You do the same thing because they'll set you up for failure, man. And you got to get your emotions out the mix, man. And like you said, like what I always say, keep them veins cold because it will set you up for failure, man. And
man, tell them about these psychological games with women, because see, that's the thing. They come to me already, they don't believe nothing I say because she's played crazy, like she's got these psychological issues. She can't be playing. She needs my help. They're overly emotional. You see what I mean? So they plan on their feelings. The guys, the women make them feel bad. You're a horrible dad, blah, blah. You should be willing to pay. And such buys writing classes for his daughter or son. You're not a good dad. What's another thing? And then they want you to pay what you weigh. You see what I'm saying? And so by the time they get to somebody like me, I'm like, bro, that's game she running on you. Why don't you recognize it's his game that she running?
When you dealing with a Baby Mama Terrorist and that she got you on child support 9 times out of 10 for a failing relationship, and of course, you give her that child support and that's it. You don't give her nothing else. You don't give her no extras. Because no matter what you do, you still that sucker deadbeat that she got over on. Don't give her nothing. You basically reaping her the benefits just like government daddy and everybody else. And you being a sucker, you still can't see your kid. Your kid's still manipulated. You gotta get yourself in order. See, we as men, like I told y'all a long time ago when I first started, we have to change the laws in our mind.
Yeah,
a lot of us lack fathers. A lot of us are emotional because we was raised by a Baby Mama Terrorist who chose single motherism. So what we had to do, we had to get ourselves in order first. We had to love ourselves. We have to build ourselves. We have to save ourselves, and we have to do for self. You know what I mean? And we have to go ahead.
Check this out. I got one for you, man. This lovely lady, Aisha. How you doing? Y'all be very respectful. We are always very respectful of the ladies in here. We appreciate them. She says, my son's father's a millionaire. My son should have the same quality of life.
Well,
that's not rational. No. That's not how it works. Your son should have what the law says he's entitled to.
Here's my thing.
And if you want him to have that lifestyle, you need to let that father have custody of those son of yours.
And that's number one. If I'm not gonna say you a Baby Mama Terrorist, I don't know you or anything like that, but I'm gonna tell you what I do tell Baby Mama Terrorists. When you put them on child support and the judge say $100 or $1,000 in the blood in the mouth, and you say, well, he got more money and he should get more. I tell y'all, Walmart is always hiring, because you sitting back worrying about what he got, and you say he got $1 million. My suggestion to you, maybe you need to step your game up so you get $1 million and you ain't got to worry about getting anything from him. because he only gonna pay what he's obligated to pay.
Yeah, Miss Jordan, why don't you get a better job so your
That's what I'm
son can
saying.
live the lifestyle that he
That's
live? Why don't you give the child to the father so he can live the lifestyle that his father lives? He could probably hire a nanny for the amount of money that he's paying you in child support. What's wrong with that?
I don't care if he got over 100 million. My thing is, if he whatever he's paying, that's what he's obligated to pay. And the judge told you and told everybody else, once he pay that child support, he ain't obligated to do nothing else. So
see, here's the thing, Mr. Palmer. Here's the thing. Women think that their children are supposed to live the lifestyle that the father lives. That's not how that works.
About the children. It ain't about the children. But here's the thing. I want y'all to know this. These baby mama tests is not about the children. They want to live that lifestyle. It ain't about the children. They use them kids to reap the benefits. It ain't about the kid. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, if you want your son to have that luxury, give him custody. And then he'll be able to have that $10 million. Because if you put me on child support for fair relationship, or maybe I didn't want the kid, but you kept the kid anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever that judge tell me to pay, I'm gonna pay it. Anything else, you ain't getting nothing.
And let me explain. And this is what the law says. She's confusing the law that says if a man marries a woman and they are married for a certain time period, he has an obligation to keep her in the lifestyle that she became accustomed to. This does not mean if he has a woman who has a child for him, he has to then keep that child in the lifestyle that he lives. That child is never accustomed to it. She was never married to that man. That's not what the law says. The law says you have to pay the amount of money that is ordered by the law, ordered by the judicial system, and that's typically up to 25% of your net income. Now, in places like Texas, there's a cap. So no matter, either you pay up to 25% of your net income, or you pay up to $2,500, whichever is less, not whichever is more. There's a cap. And so you get what the law says get, not what you want or what you think. What you think doesn't matter. Just like what we think doesn't matter. What I'm trying to do is prepare these men or let these men know the same thing that you lovely ladies talk about. Y'all got all kind of treachery going on. Girl, you need to have that baby in California. Girl, you need to get that money that they giving in New York. Girl, you need to leave with the kids after 6 months and you could establish custody. Girl, don't have it. Don't get no custody agreement in Alabama. Girl, they ain't giving out no money there. They setting you up. Why the brothers why they can't figure that out, Mr. Palmer?
Well, I will say the brothers now is starting to see the light. But unfortunately, you know, you're going to have these simple forces that's going to never go against the code because they love the baby mama terrorists. They salute these baby mama terrorists. They worship these baby mama terrorists. Like I said yesterday, when it comes, I'm just going to speak on the black community. The simple force in these baby mama terrorists are the new N-words. Them the ones who set the real men up for failure. We have to isolate ourselves from them because it's more simple forces than it is men. And all this lies and stigma, like I said, what my finance got to do with your finance? Because a lot of these states don't even go, some of them still don't go by both incomes. They just go off what you make. Yeah. And you want to put me with the government daddy and you only get $100, then you got what you deserve. That's how I look at it. Because 9 out of 10 is for failing relationship or I don't want you no more. And like my thing, yeah, it should be my wallet, my choice. But unfortunately, when it comes to government daddy, he want his piece, get his $51 billion yearly treatment. He not gonna look out for you or her. That's just a benefit getting her. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have a show, man. I'm gonna explain why these women belong to the state.
Hey, read what she said. Read what she said, bro.
Which one? What we read, man? We in the comments. Who said what we talking about?
The same one with the millionaire said, well, he didn't wear the condoms and feel me. He had
at least he's giving the 100.
And this is why I call baby mama Tez what I call baby mama Tez. And this is what, because she's more worried about what he's doing, living his life versus the kid. And I even tell women who didn't choose to be single mothers, I tell them, if the man don't want to be involved, wash your hands and move on. Keep your veins cold. Fix yourself and do what you got to do for that kid. And if it's a boy, make sure you have a male figure around, not a bunch of goofies. I'm talking about like your father, your coach, a preacher, anybody that's going to help that boy be a man. Because you cannot raise a boy to be a man. Stop worrying about what he doing, what he got going on, because while you doing that, you hurting that child.
Man, let me tell you, so see this right here. I appreciate you, Aisha George. Look, I don't mind having ladies in here if you're respectful and you speak respectfully.
I don't either.
He's being honest with you. Well, he didn't want to wear condoms, and feel me, he has to live with the consequences. She ain't
And
cutting
you
you
do
no
too.
breaks, bro.
You do too.
She ain't cutting you no breaks, bro. But go ahead.
But you do too. You gotta take the consequences and responsibility of whatever child support he paying. It's the same thing. Work both ways. So he paying you whatever he's obligated to pay you. And if he got $100 million stash, it is what it is. It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
My man John Smith said, thank you for addressing the elephant in the room. I appreciate that. And then Mr. Smith said, no disrespect to the sister. But these are pro-black Afro-wearing women who say they love black men.
Know how I feel.
Daddy show up with Miami strips and bikini break. Ain't that the truth?
Here's the thing. What I tell y'all on my platform, because some of y'all follow both of us. When they in the ones hollering Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and everything else, but got their man set up for failure in jail on child support. That's why I say we support our kings. It's the most BS ever. You can't fault them. You cannot them to run up to the worst baby mama terrorists. The first one is Karen's. Then comes them. They fakes, fam. You just gotta be careful, man. A baby mama terrorist come in all forms. So you just gotta be careful. You have to really investigate who you're dealing with. I don't care if she look good, she got money, she got degrees. You gotta know who their mama is, know who their daddy is. Is he a lead or is he a simp? You have to really watch out who you're dealing with. You gotta go thorough with this. You know what I'm saying? You will be set up for failure. And a lot of these women like this, well, he make $100,000, but he only pay $10 a week. Well, you know, it is what it is.
That's the game. Check this out, man. I was trying to, because see, the thing is, man, we have a lot of women that run off with these kids because they understand possession means more than the child support. I mean, once they got the kids, they can do what they want. You working from behind, you working from behind the 8 ball at that point. So there's a paperwork situation versus a no paperwork situation. When you ain't got no paperwork, no custody agreement, no establishment of paternity, the judge ain't even going to give you, they gonna make you pay child support, and you don't even have the right to visit your child. That's what's so cold about it. The reason, go ahead. Yeah, they don't care. You know what I mean?
They don't care. It's a business. See, here's the thing, y'all. At first, it's gender bias. We know it's gender bias. They can talk that loud all they want. They know it's gender bias. It's designed for it. But here's the thing. They don't care about the baby mama terrorists either. They do it because they're more beneficial for them. They want that $51 billion. It's a business. And they don't care about them kids. None of them.
Come on, I want y'all to be one of my friends, man. These my 2 little boys right here, man. I'm about to take them to karate practice.
Man, I see them doing a lot of stuff, man. You got them doing a lot of
these
stuff.
These my boys right here. That's Mr. Palmer right there. That's one of Daddy's friends from the internet. But we talking about real stuff. So some of the stuff we talk about girls and ladies in the car, and how they try to get you for your money when you get rich. They be trying to get daddy for his money, huh?
Teach them.
Teach them, man. You got to teach her. Look, man, let me tell you something, man. We wouldn't have so many simps as we do now if men would sit their sons aside and say, son, you're valuable. Your seed is valuable. The children that you have, they're valuable, and you can't let these women rob you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't fulfill your dreams. You can't fulfill your purpose if 25-30% of your income is running off out your wallet every month. You see what I'm saying? Mr. Palmer, y'all boys go find something to do. And one of the things that these women do, the new hustle, is that they will have multiple children by different men because they get more money that way. They can top out 25% here, 25% there. Whereas if you have multiple children by the same man,
it's less.
27, 28%. But if you can get 25% from this baller, that baller, that baller, and that baller, you know what I'm saying? So you guys got to be careful when you're dealing with women who already have children, because 9 times out of 10, they done ran that game. They done ran that game play over many times. You understand what I'm saying? They so naive though, Mr. Palmer. They so naive, man.
Even the one that don't have kids, you got to see if they got that feminist ideology. You got to see if they believe in child support. Ask them these questions. Do you believe in child support? What's your take on alienated fathers? That's what I say. Meet the mother, meet the father. See if the father's the leader of the house or he's a simp enforcer. See if the mother got more control. You have to really do thorough. Here's the thing. Like a lot of people say, a lot of us guys say, what they say? They say, watch who you plant your seed. I'm going before then. Watch who you lay it down to. Sometimes that's why I say change the laws of your mind. They have to earn that ping. Don't just tap it just because they got some money or they look good or they live a certain lifestyle and all that stuff. I fell for that sucker shit long time ago. Never again.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Even you gotta get them to earn to have that pipe. They got to earn that.
Yeah.
You already
I mean,
give them that seat, but you got to earn that. That's
you
how
know, even being selective with your time and who you spend time with. You see what I mean? Not just even the intimate relationships. Like one of the reasons, like a lot of people got me wrong. They like, well, you know, Mr. Sperling said he don't date women in America no more. It's because I realized that there are other options for me in there, you know, and I'm selective about who I spend my time with. For the most part, Mr. Palmer, I spend time with my kids. I spend time with my girl. I spend time with the parents of my of the parents of children that attend the different functions and events of my kids. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't need all that. But see, sometimes, man, Mr. Palmer, we get confused. We think conquering these women adds to our masculinity. We think more women we sleep with, the more women we have, it makes us more of a man. But all that does, man, sets you up for traps, man.
And that should never. Now I'll just say that should never be your number one factor. You know, that should never be that should be the last thing on your list, because trying to get the punani is the Dow Jones value has dropped tremendously after the 1990s, man. So that you should be worried about yourself and doing for self and building yourself. You know,
that ain't but $40 in the 2-piece.
That ain't $4 in the blunt amount. That ain't nothing. You got some dude getting the finest woman. That ain't nothing.
And shout out to Gail Lockett. Great show, Kings. Greetings, Mr. Palmer. Thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to JJ Green. Child support is a business. So like business, all brothers need a specific strategy to protect themselves. Stay focused on protecting yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Gonna change.
It is not going to change. The state benefits from getting that money up out you. That's what you got to understand. But Mr. Palmer, man, let them know how they can get in contact with you, man. I want them to make sure they follow you. And you guys, you appreciate what we're doing, hit the number 1 button. That's the main thing. Second thing is make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscription button right now. Hit that number 1 button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the thumbs up button. Mr. Palmer, let them know how they can find you on the internet, man.
Oh, you can find me on Mr. Palmer on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Palmer, FCK Child Support. But if you go into the search, just type in Mr. Palmer. I'm actually going live at 5 o'clock Central Time today. You won't believe this, bro. Guess what I'm going to be talking about?
What you going to be talking about?
This is in Mexico. I think one of them cities out there. The baby mama terrorists took this man child support. The son died at 16.
Yeah.
His child support 2 years after his death to be able to take the body and have it as a display in the house for 2 years with his child support.
Yes. That's wild out there, man.
Sick.
That's wild. Yeah.
Sick.
I mean, you know, we see the thing is, man, let me RD shout out someone I went to college with, has 5 kids, 5 baby daddies, and getting child support from 3 of them, Section 8 housing with Mercedes. Hey, like I said, the government is going to belong to the government. The government is going to take care of them. They need taxpayers coming up every year. They want to fill these people. They don't. And let me tell you something to you white folks. They don't care what color these people are.
Not at all.
They don't care if they're brown, black. They just need taxpayers. So I get it. I understand the history of the country. It's just white man's country. I get it. They don't care about you.
The
folks in charge do not care. Coming from a black man, 2 black men, we're telling you, we've been at the bottom of the barrel, and we're telling you your government does not care about you like that. They just want to extract your money. They want to use you as a utility. They don't. The only color that they care about is green, and that's for you white guys. So don't. It is what it is, and I'm telling you, they're treating you guys like we've been getting treated for the past 250 years, and y'all not used to it, so you don't like it. But that's what's happening in child support court.
Right.
See, let me tell you what happened, bro. You know this already. They hit black men in the 60s, put us out the house with welfare. They hit white men in the 90s, no fault divorce, put y'all out the house and took y'all kids away from y'all in family court. Same effect, because women are the same across the board. It doesn't matter what color they are.
All one and the same.
If you're a Meghan Markle or a Heidi Klum, they want your money, man. Yep. You see what I'm saying? And you men got to understand, all men need to stop with the simping. Because see, look, on the real, white men, y'all been the biggest simps since day one. Y'all done robbed, mastered the whole world, made enemies. And what does your white woman do? She goes out and sleep with these black basketball players. She goes out and robs. She rewards all your hard work and all your treachery with what? With feminism and Me Too. You see what I'm saying? Trying to take your power away. So you white dudes, man, look, I'm telling you, like at some point you're gonna have to realize that that same Bible that you subscribe to has been educating you on the nature of women, and you've been putting women before you put God. And that's why you'll do oh my God, somebody touched her, and y'all burning down black folks' town just on the strength of
one is not true. No one is not true.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if y'all leading, it's your country, you leading, you set an example, and the simping is killing all of us, and it's coming back to bite you. So trust me, you know, this is not a colored thing. You see what I mean? Women, female nature is female nature, which is what's the most important thing about the red pill. Black women, white women, Asian women, Hispanic women, they are all the same. And until we as men start acting like men and following God and doing what God said do, you know, we all gonna catch hell. And you guys are leading the system. Y'all got this family law system set up like this. But either way, what else you got to say, bro?
And now to sum it up, like I tell y'all, white men pay the most money. They go through way worse than we have. Yeah. And when a lot of fake queens sit back and say, well, white men don't complain about it. If you go Google, go on Facebook, they've been having these fathers' rights group for many years before I ever knew about it. Oh, yeah. And they've been going through alienation way worse. We just lowered the total pole, but they get it the worst. And that's why we as men have to come together in order to make change. But as long as we got these civil forces and these low lives that support these women, they don't take accountability. It is what it is. We have to separate ourselves from that. That's why I said we have to change the laws in our mind, because child support ain't going nowhere. It ain't gonna change. It's a worldwide pandemic. Ain't going nowhere.
And my man said he gonna go to South Africa and escape. I said, you can't escape. All she needs to do is make one WhatsApp phone call, one of these lawyers and wherever you from, and he gonna file that paperwork, and they gonna start garnishing your check. You
can't get that bread, she'll get it. Pay that bread, she'll get it.
Yeah, so that's what you want to do. Yeah, man. But if you guys appreciate this conversation, man, first of all, shout out to Mr. Palmer, man. We love your show, man. I see the thing is they don't understand all this is related. What I do, getting men to stand up for themselves and put themselves first, that's also related to what you do, protecting your wallet, protecting your income, protecting your livelihood. You cannot be the man that you want to be. You cannot fulfill your purpose if 25%, half of what you make every month, is going to some person who didn't earn it. You can't even fulfill it. You don't even want to work. You're not even motivated. You might as well go to a communist country, because no matter how hard you work, you're not getting fully compensated for your effort. So what's the incentive for you to do better? So what I'm trying to tell you, fellas, is you're doing everybody a favor by controlling how much these women get. Some of the worst things that have ever happened to the black community have came about because some woman was able to get money out of a baller. You don't believe me? Look at Shaquille O'Neal and his wife. What did she do when she got that child support payment? What did she do when she got that money? She ended up, what? She came up with Housewives of Atlanta in the 2000s. And what did that do? That just destroyed the material fabric, just flushed the black community's way of seeing things and relationships down the toilet. Because now you got all these women looking at these Housewives of Atlanta trying to live this fictitious life. What's the lady's name? Chauncey O'Neal. I forget something
on Baby Mama Terrace. I don't know that name like that.
But that's what she did with that money. You see what I'm saying?
Nas wife, she spent all this money. He was getting $150,000 a month. I'm like, man, crazy.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. But hey, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate
you, bro.
Oh, no problem, man. Keep up the good work, man. You welcome back anytime, man. I love to come on your show and chop it up with you guys, man.
Anytime you come on, Uncle D, you more than welcome. I don't care what I'm talking about. You more than welcome, man. The lead attorney came by yesterday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Palmer, man. We're gonna go back to the regularly scheduled programming right now, and we'll see you later, man. We'll check you out today at 4 o'clock.
All right, brother.
All right.
Yeah, Mr. Palmer.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.